Okay. Good day, team. 5 minutes have passed, so we have a quorum. Okay, I think that it's about 5 or 6 members missed, but okay. Can you hear me?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay. So, for today, I think that you have already done the final version of, it's not a final, but okay, a complete version of 1 PMP marketing strategy plan. So, and do you have any questions before we start? No, okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So why I'm counting some numbers before changing and before continue. So if you will lead some webinars or some online seminars during your work, remember one thing, that if your editor didn't answer or didn't say something during 6 seconds after your question, that means that they need more time to think and you can continue, just in case. So, as usual, discussion time on your work. Who wants to start?
Our team may start.
Okay, nice one. So, you have a permission and you can start.
Thank you. Okay, 1 second. Okay, I hope you can see the presentation. So here we once again present the after phase of our project for non-profit organization Добро Порядок. So, and here you can see the table of contents, and we will begin with world-class experience.
Well, yeah, I will continue. And here we have outlined 3 main points which we would like to pay attention to and keep this direction, so to speak, to save or gain a world-class experience. The first one is trust, then motivation, and then focus. And now I will go deeper into 3 of these terms, what we mean by this. About concerning trust, first, the organization should be open to people. What I mean here is that people who would like to participate in volunteer work or to become a stakeholder, must understand what do we do, what does the organization do. That's why there should be a clear description of the organization and every project on the website to understand what it's going to be about. And also colorful, visually appealing social media posts that people can also share after. The second point here is about taking projects you can't complete. Never do this, because if you promised to green the district and you didn't do it, you lost trust, you lost reputation, and we can speak about world-class experience here. Can you go to the next slide, please? Thank you. As for the second point, it's about motivation. Here we have outlined 2 points also. The first one is give a sense of belonging, and the second one is reward people. So if we, every people want to belong to a particular group. So we can make volunteer feel they belong to this team of our organization. And create any events for volunteers to get to know each other, to make common parties. So not only volunteer work should connect them, and such a positive intern communication will go outside and make our non-profit organization more experienced, and so to speak. And the second point is rewarding people. So we can make participants a bit happier by giving them something for their job. The volunteer do a lot of things in the non-profit organization. So why can't we reward them with some small presents such as cinema, museum tickets, or something like this? Can you go to the next slide, please? And the last point here is focus. And what we meant here is that control over every project should be taken. We cannot square the circle, and priorities should be set, and every current project should be completed till the end. And if we didn't do it, don't take new projects. So think about what you do and set the priorities. Yeah, that's about world-class experience.
And now we would like to cover customer value. And so far we developed not three, but 4 of them. And we will start.
Well, the first one we have here is see with your eyes. So see with your eyes has 2 main points. So to give the customer the best experience while they're donating, first of all, of course, we already mentioned the donation transparency, which means that they will be able to track the money that they donate during the whole process until it is received by which organization and what did it do. So this will be available. Now, the next thing we have is the true effect. And the true effect is the new idea that we have here. It's that basically, if anyone donates to a specific cause or to a specific project, okay, we will arrange, for example, a day for them each month or a day for them each week, whenever we are going to go and give those donations, for them to come even along during the whole process, okay, so that they can go and then they can see the effect that they are giving with their donations with their own eyes. So because we believe that most of the people that actually donate, okay, like if it's not a company or something, it's as a result of their morals. So we think that their morals will really be affected if they see the donations with their own eyes of their effect. And next we have
a loyalty program, actually, and we tried to think of developing this in the framework of projects of participations. We tried to motivate people to participate in more projects, like these social projects, I mean. So, and for that, for participating in these projects, people will get free courses. For instance, if we have 3 serious, like really serious, heavy projects, they, at least like if they participated in a row, or like participate in them in a row, they will have free courses to develop their skills. So then 4 average and 6 simple projects. And so far, they can improve their skills. This is another strategy. They can improve their skills by attending masterclasses and qualification courses by leading experts. This is like a continuation of that. And last but not least, we have
the donation streak. Basically, the donation streak is an idea also that can be part of our loyalty program. But what happens is that we are planning to think of a way where if one of our of the people that donate keeps donating, for example, each month a certain amount, okay, so he's already loyal, okay, and he is already attached to the organization, that for example, after he donates a certain number of times after each other, like let's say he has 2 months in a row he donated, the 3rd month we can donate an extra 5%, okay, from our side, because it's like he is being loyal to the cause and he keeps on donating. So this also remains as a bonus for him and a way to keep on going with the project, just to make sure that they have the best experience when they are donating to our cause.
That's it for us.
And the last section of our presentation is stimulation of referrals. And there are 2 ways how we can stimulate referrals. So the first is passive search. So the nonprofit organization can use links, appropriate links with the catchy text, for example, through Telegram and YouTube channels. Why these social networks? Because this is what is left in Russia today, and active search to make people do any active movements. So, for example, do surveys, polls, subscribe to newsletters, or interact in, for example, in website with photos or videos.
And here are some techniques that we find really useful. First of all, it is gamification, which is commonly used in several different environments. Depending on what you are selling, an incentive for the clients to either earn points which they cash out for prices, products, or maybe even just cash itself will be enough to have them as referral clients. And even if people are not interested in playing the game, they at least pay attention to what is shown on the screen and how the particular mini game is organized and structured. As a result, the game will be definitely memorized and the person will be likely to return to it later. Adopting a customer referral program is the second technique, which is a great way for the team to be proactive when acquiring new referrals. A referral program would definitely become a positive investment into any business or project. The customers will notice this confidence and feel more comfortable with sharing information because they now have an organized system in place. Customer referral programs improve the credibility of the business or project, making it easier for customers to trust. In addition, when customers are offered an incentive as part of the program, they are more likely to follow through their further recommendations.
And another thing we would like to touch upon is a Bring a Friend program or referrals to others. So the great way to boost referrals is to make a habit of referring business to others. So the act of recommending another business to a friend or, for example, colleague can start a chain reaction that can lead to lots of new business.
Yes, so in order to accomplish the aforementioned strategy successfully and effectively, we assume that with the help of a bonus program for those who bring a friend, the following actions can become more affordable. So as already mentioned in our previous presentation, permanent access to a series of podcasts called Self-Care will be available permanently. So the next one is personal invitation to either street or online free workouts as well. And also we even have a possibility to make double bonuses for those who are actively participating in project activities and also are bringing a friend. So that means that with these bonuses, they can exchange. So these bonuses can be exchanged for a merch, so specially designed company products, and it can also be very nice. Yeah, so thank you very much for your attention.
Okay, thank you. It was nice and smooth. So, Team 2, do you have any questions, comments, maybe suggestions?
Yeah, and thank you so much for your great presentation. And you have mentioned the podcast about self-care. Could you please specify it a little bit what it's gonna be about? Because it sounds really interesting.
Yeah, because now we see this whole picture as the following. So, for instance, our audience is interested in the ways how to maybe manage their time effectively, or maybe how to make the process of sitting in front of the computer more healthier for their eyes, for their brain, and so on and so forth. So some daily issues most of them are facing, and they want to either try to find ways how to deal with it, or maybe even avoid some possible changes in their organism. So concerning health, yes. And this self-care, so our series of podcasts entitled Self-Care can be of great benefit.
So you suggest to do this podcast on commercial value? if you suggest
Well,
like a bonus?
our initial idea was that only those people who are in our project, in our engaged in our activities, yes, they will have this opportunity to unlimitedly go and watch these podcasts.
Okay. Victoria, is an answer okay?
Yep. Thank you.
Okay. Another questions, comments, suggestions? One, two, three, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so I have some comments. A really good presentation. You start to think strategy, okay, several times ago, and now I have see some results. And okay, so as I see, you have links between first slide and the last slide in merge. So it's like some bonuses that you can get from the firm. So if we talk about free coffee or another bonuses that we have or just during the work, it's really exists on a place. Yes, we use it in our work. So okay, you have seen it. About so referrals and searching. So just keep in your mind that every people against it, and they love themselves a lot, even they say they're not. Okay, so one of the tools that you can use, it's private meeting, private interview. You must use your volunteers and your people in your videos. Not only the regular team, but also one part job for persons, and they can be sometimes even better source of referrals than your regular team, because your regular team is a part of your private circle, and you know everybody around them usually. So it's just a comment, and also you can use conferences, not only about non-profit organization, but also many professional conferences where you can get many contacts with, and not only your colleagues, but also with volunteers. So we have some volunteers with very high social status, so it's like directors, professors, doctor of sciences, and some doctors that medical issues like surgery, and they are not young, they're really not young, so they are under 30, so, and they love to get in these projects because of, yes, of self-care. So it's connected. They need some place, they need some projects where they can impress yourself, express their meaning, express their feelings without any damage to moral and ethical issues. Okay. Thank you. That was good. So team 2, are you ready?
Yes, we are. I would be presenting.
Okay. You have a permission and can start.
Okay, hello everyone. Today we would like to talk about the after phase of the marketing plan. So this is our table of contents. We will be talking about the after phase in general. Then we will be talking about how to deliver a world-class experience. Then how to increase customer lifetime value and how to simulate our referrals. So what is the after phase? This is when when someone has already become your customer. So this phase is very important because during this stage, you can deepen relationships with your customers. And what is really great about this phase, that when it's done correctly, the after phase never ends. So this is really important. And this is one of the most profitable phases of the marketing plan. And now we would like to talk about how to deliver a world-class experience in opinion of our case study of our deputy Vera Sergeyeva. So first of all, we would like to suggest that a world-class experience depends on support. So we would like to provide a multi-channel support. So there will be like phone support, email, and also SMS updates where like citizens can see their appointments, so like they can feel our support. And also we would like to propose to provide a special chat box on the website, and this chat box will help the citizens to find all the information and services when they go to the website, so they will save their time. And also we would like to talk about live chat system. So this will be very helpful in order to build a customer rapport and where we can get to hear issues of our citizens and to find the perfect solutions for them. And also we are eager to do online appointments form where citizens can fill in the form and they can make an appointment with Vera Sergeyeva. So this will remove like the queues on the to the meeting with Vera Sergeyeva, and it will be really time-consuming thing. And then we, Christian, will continue.
Good evening, everyone. We also want to propose weekly video reports about Sergeyeva's activity posted on her social networks. Also, email subscriptions, inviting the subscribers to events and social activities. And also the program Active Citizen. The program Active Citizen is based on points collected taking part in social and solidarity activities like donating blood or helping the old people or the invalids. 10 points will be delivered for every activity you join, and in the end of the year the party will provide a prize for the 10 most active citizens. That's it. Thank you very much.
Also about how I increase customer lifetime value. Okay, so about how we are going to get Vera is going to increase customer lifetime value. There's going to be an online voting on the website and SM on various topics. And also content of messages and emails and reports include plans for future, and offer referral programs such as cultural programs, educational programs, which will also promote most active and skilled in government structures or businesses. So for example, young people can also be impressed with these programs, such as they will tell their friends, and this is not how we attract new people, and we will not lose those who are interested, but those who already voted for us also. And also for such as we can also promote most active and skilled in government structures or businesses. So that's for the educational programs. And also create content on social media and Sergeyeva websites to educate, keep and engage customers.
So how do we orchestrate and stimulate referrals? There are several ways to achieve that. First of all, through organizing various events, for example, free concerts for pensioners or open air concerts for citizens with contests and rewards. Another way is through using game mechanics, such as different rewards in the form of discounts, cashback, or higher credit rates or scholarships. Here we have an example how to do that. Supporters sign up, share unique codes, friends and others sign up with the code, supporters earn rewards, and we grow our events and gain more referrals and supporters. Moreover, we can also add a supporters loyalty program and reward employees for participating in service. And the last but not least is through using communication channels. For example, adding mailing list, writing a personal blog or article with a referral link, or to engage with our users on social media, stream live videos with citizens, highlighting achievements, and getting feedback from voters and supporters. That's all.
This is, yeah, thank you so much.
Okay, thank you. So, do another team has some comments, maybe questions, suggestions? You're welcome.
May I just ask if I got it right? So ask the team to specify a bit. So you were talking about certain types of activities on social media, yes, in order to make your audience involved in the process. So are those activities were those activities described on your last slide, in your last slide about events and so on, or is it something different?
I'm sorry, I didn't hear. Could you please repeat?
Yeah. So on your previous slide before the last slide, the very last point, you were talking about activities, like possible potential activities in order to involve your audience on social media, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so, and on your last slide, when you were speaking about referrals, so were these activities the same? So I mean, using gamification and so on and so forth. So did you mean them when talking about social media, or will they be different?
Yes, they would be the same, and we would also use like the reward system plus live videos.
Oh yeah, now it's clear. Thank you very much. And sorry for the question. Yeah.
Okay. Any other comments? One, two, three, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so really good presentation. You catch the points, but not in all positions. So when you use chat box, will it be different from search on website? So what's the main idea using chat box instead of search line on website? You must also connect bot in this case, or
we meant including bots. So like when they citizens will open the website, there will be this chat box and it says like, what do you need? And then they will like click the right button, and then it will be easier for them to navigate in the website, on the website, and then they can find the right information or the right service they need just one by click. Especially it will be very beneficial for older generations because they are, you know, not so good using the internet. So by using this chat box, we think it will save time, and also it will be more comfortable.
Okay, so thanks for comments. So right now it's more clear for me. So, okay, online assistant, good idea. Also, you can make one online assistant not only for the sites, but also for another channels, like VK also have mini apps for those purposes Telegram, but there is no Telegram channel from where Vladimir right now there. Instagram also have, but it works very bad indirect, but it's really exists. Okay, next point. About gamification systems, about loyalty and rewards. You of course must struggle from this person because it's a government person and they have some politics about some presents. The government people can't give some presents or receive some presents from the citizen. It's restricted by the law and can make a lot of struggles in the future with the law. But there are a way how you can use this point even with your citizen. It's like helping them to find some investors in their concerts and with some deputy money, but there must be a really good request to use it. Sometimes it really exists in future for investment. And also, when we talk about charity is always work. So in this way, when you talk about charity, but not about loyalty present as a referral systems, as a gamification, as a reward for the work, but about charity, it's really work. So use more correct terms and just keep in your mind that some areas have different restrictions in some techniques and strategies. But you can use it if you find the right way and the right person to do it without any without a lot of permissions you will need. And okay, so it was just some points. You must understand how it works, because today we will talk about evaluation, your marketing plan, optimizing marketing mix, and as I can see, okay, everybody here. So today, okay. Today we will talk about optimizing the marketing mix you already use in your work. We will talk about implementation and about budget. Yes, we will talk about money, and first of all, before we start, I'd like to give you some tips. So when you think about your marketing strategy, about your company, and about all the things you want to do, you can use some techniques like transferring. So imagine that it's your child, or it's okay. So waiting for connection. Stage numbers. I think someone has reconnected. So thinking about your marketing strategy and about your tactics and about your company, you can use transferring models, like thinking about your strategy and marketing, like about a little child, which one you want to grow up, or all your business, all your companies, it's like a tree, and I will say it once again at the end of the session. The best time to grow up your tree was yesterday, and the second best time to grow up it's today. So implementing marketing strategy is a long process, and it's really costs your money and time. Some of my colleagues will say that, okay, It's not so time costs no money, but it's not true. Time really costs money and really costs your budgets, and we will talk about it also. So first of all, as we already said during our last session, with a clear understanding of the corporate objectives, marketers must decide which strategies and tactics will best align with them and will support them. This is a really simple decision. Markets and areas and politics and so on are constantly changing. And your buyers, consumers' behavior is really very complex. It depends on really huge amount of points, even can be changed in a moment. And the marketers must evaluate all aspects of the marketing mix and determine which combination of product, price, promotion, and distribution will be most effective. So it's all about the marketing mix. We'll write it all. And the center part is also your target market. It's also can be changeable. Even when you work in industries that's constant and really can last for ages, for 1,000 years, like religion, because we won't talk about religion in all cases, but it's one of the most corporate and one of the greatest enterprise institute in the world. If you want to take some techniques about engagement people and how to build your loyal rating fans. So look at religion text, look at the religion history, you'll find out many techniques that really work still nowadays and will work for ages for some religions. Okay, and decisions about the marketing mix variables are interrelated. Each of the marketing mix variables must be coordinated with the other elements of marketing plan. So everything connected, like our session, I will show you during our sessions that every points we already considered and we already passed will make sense. So it's like a storytelling, and your marketing strategy must be like a storytelling. And today is Web 2.0 strategy and digital storytelling way. But sometimes better to use not a digital storytelling way, but and classical stories about some announcement, some advertisement, and talking with people just on the street. Also, it's for the case of non-profit organizations, sometimes you can use surveys, and for government people also you can use surveys with living people, not in digital or environments, and it's also increase a loyalty to your brand, because people understand that you and your people not only in digital area and want to have physical contact, private contacts, and it's really works. So just keep it in mind, not only digital tools works. And consider for a moment a situation when the firm has two products, deluxe and economy. As I already mentioned, it's one of the way you can use in your strategy. So you have a regular series of products and you have a luxury or luxury in Russian products. Two prices alternatives, so like how much iPhone like $1,000 and some there is like Huawei smartphones that cost $300. So two promotion alternatives. So in one case, you can use advertising because it's deluxe brand, and you understand that it targeted on audience that have money. And for other audience, you can use coupons, some cashback systems, or another ways like discounts. I don't want discounts, but sometimes to really work, and two distribution alternatives. So one of your products will have stores like Apple stores and department stores or special stores only for these products. And another alternatives will be sold in regular markets, in regular stores. So it's a mass market. It's really works. But taken together, the firm will have total of 16 possible marketing mix combination. Not 8, but 16, because every points can be mixed in different combination, and some of this combination will be incompatible, such as deluxe products and low price. Doesn't work in that way, and the organization must consider as many as possible alternatives for their marketing programs. And the problem here that you have many of competitors, and they also use different marketing mix in their work. And the organization will find the right combination of product, price, promotion, and distribution, and also a trust of your audience to gain differences and differential advantages over its competitors. So it's a classical example about Southwest Airlines. You can find out it even in Gawar course because it's very simple and understandable. In 2030, the Southwest Airlines created a company strategy to expand its target market to include business travelers. Okay, it's not very late for a company who use only some domestic flights. When they come to the world market, they understand that they need business travelers for more profits. And one of its objectives of this company and this strategy was to grow revenue and market share, to achieve specific targets by explaining to business customers why they are good players on this market, and they want to expand into the business traveler market. To answer the question, which marketing strategy I need to support, such as corporate strategy, they investigate 4P marketing mix, and so they decide to answer some questions. That was, do we need new products that appeal to business travelers? So they already have a good portfolio, and they really understand new products cost money. The second question was, are business travelers willing to pay a higher price point or not? The third question was, how will we communicate our offering to business travelers? And the last but not the only, how do business travelers book their travel as a new distribution point need? And as you can see, these questions all about marketing mix, and they are connected with Southwest corporate strategy and objectives. But they also connected with their target customer. So it's all about 5 points, and your target customers, who is the business traveler, and how does he or she define a value of business travel with Southwest Airlines. And the optimal marketing strategy will need to include a deep understanding of the target customer and specify how it offers unique value to that customer. And sorry for that. And this is how Southwest described it. Okay. What's the results? They create a product strategy. They create a series of programs that offer some savings and convenience for business travelers who value those benefits above price. So nowadays, these programs also used by our travel assistants. You can know it's like miles that you can use in your travels, or bonus miles, or some revenues and some cashback. So it was about products, and they have a business class also in all planes that they use, aircraft. Also, they use pricing strategy that was related on its own service. They created on service that provide business travelers with time saving and convenience at a total price that are higher than what leisure travelers pay for no-frill service, but is at or slightly below competitors' prices for business fares. So they use some passing in business class waiting rooms, and also better meal menu in a plane and another services. It's a little add-ons that already was included in the cost of tickets, but really works nowadays also. And in each case, the marketing strategy supports the corporate strategy, focuses on bringing unique value to the target customer. And in this case, it incorporates the elements of the marketing mix that can be leveraged to deliver that value. And about implementation. Create marketing strategy and implement marketing strategy is not the same. Even a well-designed marketing program will pass through evaluation of alternatives, and sometimes, many times, will fail if it's poorly implemented. Implementation involves not only the strategic, but the tactics that's used to execute the strategy. It might include different things, and you can fail on different points, like where to promote the products, how to promote it, getting the products to the consumer, and even setting a commission rate for the salespeople. Yes, inside your company, it's also will be a weak point. You must understand that. And when you analyze an environment, you analyze not only environment outside of you, but inside also. And you must understand that in your marketing strategy, you must include also these factors that already exist inside your company. And the implementation process emphasizes timely competition of tasks, because the environmental issues can change, and often marketing organization have a projects or program planning functions that tracks the tasks. Sometimes it's marketing automation systems, sometimes they use manual check tools, and they see how the individuals or team complete this task, how they spend the budgets, and the main points, other results are achieved, or we need to really stop this company and do something else. And if the organization manages each element of the plan carefully, it can intervene a progress of falling behind rather waiting until it affects the objectives or strategy. And also they can stop in this moment, change some points, and then move forward. It really works, and we were talking about it at last session. So if you understand, if you can manage every point of your marketing strategy and see how milestones was passed, okay, you can really affect the objectives and strategy. And you must clearly understand and already said that not all channels are the same, and using the right channel will really help you or dig your marketing strategy onto the ground. It's not only about promotion, but it's one of the best examples. You can understand that today the process of implementing, measuring, and adjusting marketing tactics is much faster. It's really fast. Also, like using some information in your marketing advertising, in your marketing strategy. And it's more quantitative. It has ever been. Okay, as an example, a store decides a promotional tactics to hang a billboard on a freeway leading to them, and near the exit ramp to the store. The billboard company can provide estimates to the number of cars that will pass through these billboards, but okay, let's imagine how many people will actually look at the billboards. So how many billboards we have in our town, in your town? Even it's not a Moscow, it can be every town you can mention, you will have some billboards in your town. And just remember the last time you even look at the billboard and stop your site on it more than 1 second. It's only when you're boring or listen to music and you don't need to understand what's on billboard, right? So it's not interesting to you. And so with car drivers the same. And also the car drivers must keep attention on the road. So it works really bad right now because the speeds become higher and the moments become shorter. Okay, let's imagine how many drivers will continue to drive after seeing these billboards and remember and come back to the store at a later date. We can't measure it. So if we can't measure it, we can't control it. If we can't control it, so it's just losing the money. And how we can change this thing? Okay, we can use another channel like Facebook, Instagram, even VK, or better direct of Yandex and Google. So on the other hand, the same store launched a promotional campaign on Facebook, and it gained really much more visibility into who sees the ad and whatever the ad is effective. You can track who clicks on the ads, who buys after clicking, how often come back, and why they buy in the future. And also, developing marketing strategy must involve some loyal program for tracking. It's not for loyalty of your customer, it's for you as a marketer for tracking how often your consumers come back to your store. And it's also a good system of triggering you can use to remember about some consumers that forget about you maybe, or they change their behavior and they right now not in your target audience. And development like this will improve marketing tactics and it makes easy to measure impact and make some adjustments that can be used a day, hour, or even a minute later. So you can plan your target customer journey right now, and it will help you to make your budget more friendly to your company. Because the next struggle, you will force in many companies that your marketing budget is not very high. Sometimes you have no marketing budget. Okay, you have it because company pay you some money, usually, but not often. It's also the marketing budget because you're part of marketing team and use your skills to promote your company. But okay, you have a budget, but first you must calculate it before taking some money. And marketing mix components must be evaluated as a part of overall marketing strategy. And your marketing budget is based on the marketing efforts need to influence the customers. And the marketing budget represents a plan to allocate some expenditures to each of the components of the marketing mix. And okay, as for example, the firm must establish an advertisement budget as a part of overall marketing strategy, and a social media advertisement. And advertisement costs some money, and different platform it costs really different money because of action and some differences in algorithms, and also when we use not only social media, but when we use different types of advertising like television, newspaper, billboards also. And we must understand that our marketing budget connected with a sales promotion budget and should be also determined to use some coupons, product samples, and trade promotions, not only our media channels, but also with our merch and our samples and our physical objectives of our business. Videos also cost money, really cost money when you want to make some videos, when you want to need to make some interviews with famous people. Sometimes they want to receive some money, so understand that it's also a promotional budget, and you must calculate these things inside. And if we talk it's more generally, budgets are required for personal selling, for distribution, and for products development. And how we can calculate how much should be spent to promote the sales of a company products? Okay. To answer this question, we must answer another questions. What are really trying to accomplish with this company, and what are our goals? So we need to find the best way to obtain our goals. And in other words, product promotion is just one aspect of a larger picture. And so we must understand that not only promotion make our products good and make our selling environment perfect. Because, as already mentioned, marketing is like a river. And when you calculate your budget, you must remember that when you use the same tool you already use in your previous strategy and previous tactics or previous companies, even advertising company or pricing or product strategies companies, you can't run the same campaign a second time and get the same results, because your editorial can be overheated, or it can be bored, or some of their troubles have changed and you need another solution for them. And to understand that their budgets are adequate, the question is driven by how much their competitors spend. It's really a work, so you can see some ranking of your firm from different agencies and understand how much money spent your competitors. And knowing how much other at the same industry are spending can be very useful. I already say to you that look at your competitors and you will see many information that they share with you free of charge. And look always at leaders, but understand that you're not a leader right now, but you can use some techniques from them. Even their budgeting, even their spending of their money. So you can calculate how much they spent on SMM campaign, because you see some price with the same images, with the same sentences, with the same word, with the same improvements, and just use some numbers to correct your strategy and mistake. So be flexible and mobile. So just check for all of your environments and it will be good. So about evaluating marketing results. As already said, no marketing program is planned and implemented perfectly. No one. Marketing managers will tell you that they experience many surprises during the course of their activities. And they will be right. We receive different feedback in our work. I play in many companies and they work like a mess, because with the target audience that was really loyal to our company, and we really received some feedback. We didn't understand why. So in an effort to ensure that performance goes to plan, and so you must establish controls that help you to evaluate results and identify needed modification. Surprises occur only when you don't understand what happens right now with your company. If you don't have some points, some controls procedure, automatically maybe some levels. So when you receive some message from the system that something going wrong, check the system. Okay. And the faster you understand that you have received unexpected results, the better you can manage it and quickly and efficiently change your behavior. And also don't lose your money and the money of your company. Okay, so we have 6 minutes. I will try to be good. So marketing controls involves a number of decisions. It's not only about systems, but also it's about one and the main decisions, which function and which systems you need to monitor. Some organizers monitor the entire program. It's really hard because they don't see every points, and sometimes the program fails because of the points that was out of the systems. And some organizers, some marketers monitor only a part of this, and like the sales force or someone prefer to monitor the advertised programs. Also, there is another part of marketers that use another decision concept to establish the performance standards. They monitor market share, profitability, and sales. Or sales, sometimes they don't monitor. Also, this depends on the people. They need their strategic plan to be done. And you will decide which way and which points you will monitor on your work, and it will depend on your company. And once your plan is put into action, you must receive every information you can receive about the effectiveness of the plan implementation. Information on sales, on profits, on consumers' reactions, on competitors of your environments, even of political changes, religious changes, environmental changes. I already mentioned it. Okay. All information must be collected and analyzed. And that's the way you can identify new problems and also find new opportunities. So it's not only about the problems, but also about new variants and new opportunities. Use these numbers, and sometimes you will see a correlation and make new hypotheses that you can check. And the really point works, it's ROI, marketing ROI. So increasingly the simple and the most important evaluation measure is the return of marketing investment. Strategies define how an organization can best use its resources to achieve the mission, and measuring returns on the marketing investments help marketers understand where the use of resources is yielding the most effective results. So what's the most effective point of spending our marketing budget right here and right now, and maybe in future? And also you can measure it very simple. So if you spend $10,000 or $100,000 on your marketing company and receive if you spend 10,000, you receive $100,000 in sales, so your ROI is 10. It's very simple. No need to have a great formulas that you must use with many points. There also exist, where you can include cost per click, so the time of your companies, and maybe some budgets for your teams, for designs, and so on. In this case, your ROI will be not so high, because when we say, okay, we spend $10,000 on our advertising company, on our promotion company, or our product placement, okay, we just say that we spent this money, we pay this money for someone else. Sometimes we don't include our people budget, our human resources, our time resources. We don't calculate them. We think that it's also included in our corporate strategy and in our corporate budget. Sometimes it works like this way, but sometimes it's not. It depends on the company. Remember this. And this is why the marketing company ROI and the marketing strategy ROI become an important metrics. Okay, less than a minute. Okay, we'll need only 5 minutes after the end of the session. So sometimes you bet to secure a prioritize marketing budgets than the point to tangible results. And the main questions you must answer. So sorry for that. It's hard to solve the problem of payments with our situation in the world. Maybe we will use an alternative way of our meeting, but I don't think that it will happen during this semester. Okay, we have 5 minutes to be good and maybe to final our session just in time. So why marketing ROI is the most important metrics? Because on marketing ROI, using these metrics, you can understand that your company is good or your company needs some tuning. Because it's changeable, it's really changeable during the time of your company. I already said that audience sometimes need 2 or 3 months just to understand your company, and you see a real ROI, not the perfect one, but a real ROI of your company and how successful it was. Okay. Okay, I will continue and just to define another points of your company, how was successful or not, and was spending of your budget good or not. You can answer simple questions. It's questions from business communication. It's really work in marketing because it's communication. It's a dialogue, a discussion, a discourse between a company and a customer. So the main questions is who, what, where, when, and why. Every time you start to plan your company, every time you start to plan your budget, you must find an answer on these questions. So who is your customer? What solution do you need to engage them and to make a value for them? Where you can place your solutions? When will be the best time to place your solutions, and why do you think that your solution is the best on the market? So it's simple questions. So in general, use only 4 points without why. But I prefer to use this point just for clear understanding of the results. And why budget matters? Because every point here you can see and you can remember that we already say that many contacts need to transfer our leads to our main funnel. And every point in this plan, in the steps, in this customer journey costs money. And we need to understand that marketing is a process, it's not a result. And you need to create a value, because a value is a money, not a time, but a value is a money, because in lifetime circle, the value will bring you that money. And the marketing is a daily process. You need to do it every day, and it's like breathing to firm, or it's like a blood pressure of selling process of your company. So The tasks for the next lesson, you must understand how you can evaluate your strategy. You already have it, so you must compose it in one document and understand how you can evaluate it, and try to plan to calculate a real budget, or also with sources that you can use right now, right here, depending on the situation, and a dream budget if a situation was an ideal. So I don't mention you, and I don't need you to calculate ROI, because you can find out them without statistics. But you can set some goals and some objectives, which points you want to reach, and which ROI will be accessible for your case. So that was the last thing for today. Do you have any question? Okay, I think you need some time to think and to read the information in Canvas. It was really fast, sorry for that, but today I really see that your teams become better and better from time to time, and you are good team players. I see how you entrepreneur your presentation, and I believe that you can do this task very fast and quickly, because you have several specialists with a specialization on different systems. So everybody must understand that every prices you can find in advertising media, on in search engine. So use it, calculate, and maybe try to imagine and to think. It's more for leaders. So try to imagine the UI directors or a selling person that give you some money. Or you can use your teammates as a board of directors that have some money and want to invest in your marketing companies. So you must understand that every time you ask for some money, the investors ask you for what? What's the reason for I must lend you some money, or not some, or big amount of money? So it's like a small tip to how to plan your budget better. Not a dream budget, but a real budget. Depends answering this question. Why you want to do this and think that it will be effective and with good ROI. And it's all for today. Thank you for coming. Hope to see you next time in good mood and healthy, wealthy, and good. So thank you for coming.
Thank you very much. Goodbye.
Bye-bye.
Thank you. Goodbye.
Bye.
Thank you. Goodbye.
Bye-bye. Okay, that happens.
Yeah, I have a question actually regarding the final exam. So is it going to be held online or offline, or it's not still determined?
It was planned offline, but in real world, we understand that we have some issues with borders. So I think we will use a complex format. So for everybody participation, or even use an online format, mixed online format, when students from our university will be held their presentation on place, and students from another countries will hold their roles in online form. Right now it's not fixed, so but I think it will be more online than offline. We will try this format for right now.
Okay, understand. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Have a good night.
Thank you. Okay, Julie, do you have any questions? No, I think not. Okay. Hope it's just about slow connection and you'll be okay. If you have a question, you can always use a discussion forum in a Canvas course. So see you.